my circle has shrunk and shrunk and shrunk as I move through medicine because I simply don't have time to spend doing all the other things that other people do, because I know that I have to give up things to get where I want to go. And giving up all those things got me into Stanford Medical School, got me into UCSD anesthesia. That's what you have to decide. If you want to go to Division I, if you want to go to a great medical school, you've got to embrace sacrifice. My friend Brian, he coaches lacrosse, and he was talking to his players about how if they want to be successful in lacrosse, they have to sacrifice. And he was asking me about that and how it translates to pre-med and different things. And I want to say across the board, in anything you want to do in life, whether it's even having a significant other, right? If you want to have a boyfriend, girlfriend, it's about sacrifice. If you want to be successful in anything, you have to sacrifice. There's always an opportunity cost, right? The trade-off. To get something, you have to give something.
In medical school, if my classmates were reading a chapter one time, I probably read that same chapter 6 or 7 times. If they did 500 questions for an exam, I did 3,000 questions, outworking everyone else. I don't think I'm the smartest person. Definitely not smart compared to most doctors, but I worked really hard. And there was going to be nothing that was going to stand in my way of becoming a doctor. And if it would have took me 10 years to get into medical school, the admissions committee at every single medical school would have knew my name, because they would have said, oh, it's Antonio Webb again, he's applying again. Because that's how bad I wanted to be a doctor. And if you want to be something that bad, you'll eventually get it. You just got to keep going. If I can go through all of that and become a doctor, become a surgeon, you guys can also.
And in the case of really high level things, you have to choose what you're willing to sacrifice. And oftentimes the reason people are not successful in whatever their chosen field is, it's because they have not made the decision that it's worth it to them, that they want it bad enough to be successful, that they're willing to make the necessary sacrifices. I think I read an article recently about Michael Phelps trains 6 hours a day, 6 days a week, right? I don't even sleep 6 hours a day, 6 days a week. That's a lot of training, and that's what it takes to be at that level if you want to be a gold medalist or if you want to be whatever, right? So you have to decide if you want to make that sacrifice. In terms of pre-med, it's the same thing. Getting to medical school is easy. Not really, right? It's hard. But what makes it hard and makes it complicated is being willing to do the things that others are not willing to do. Because the people who get to medical school are the people who, right, are studying sometimes late at night. It's the people who stay after class and ask questions when they have questions. It's the people who go to office hours when they need clarification. It's the people who go to extra tutoring when they're struggling. It's the people who won't close the book confused, right? They stay up and they will go over something 1,000 times until it's understood. Those are the people who get into medical school. So you have to decide if you want to be successful, whatever it is in life, guys, it's all sacrifice. So if you want to get good in your industry, you have to be able to sacrifice. It has to be a conscious decision. You have to say, okay, what can I give up to get my dream? That's what it's about. And if you're willing to give it up, you can get where you want to go. But if you're not, you're never going to reach your full potential and get where you want to go. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to put the reps in, you're not going to put the time in, you're going to put the effort in that's required to be great. Because to be great, right, by definition, it's above average, right? You're great. But if you're doing exactly what everyone else is doing, right, if you're giving up exactly what everyone else is willing to give up, you're only going to be average. You have to go above and beyond. In my case, I've missed close family members, friends, weddings. I've missed vacation trips. My circle has shrunk and shrunk and shrunk as I move through medicine because I simply don't have time to spend doing all these other things that other people do, because I know that I have to give up things to get where I want to go. And giving up all those things got me into Stanford Medical School, got me into UCSD anesthesia. That's what you have to decide. If you want to go to Division I, if you want to go to a great medical school, you've got to embrace sacrifice. Look for ways to give of yourself to get better. It's a conscious decision, guys. It's not by accident. Successful people sacrifice.